all, I'm Kirpir Chahal, and I'm the head delegate from Canada. I was born and raised in India and moved to Canada at the age of 12 and have spent the better part of my life in Calgary, Alberta. Throughout university, I volunteered and worked for a number of organizations serving vulnerable communities and fundraised and campaigned for UNICEF Canada for over 7 years. So advocacy and activism are really close to my heart. If I could have dinner with anyone in the world, it would be Arundhati Roy. She is one of my favorite authors, a brilliant storyteller, and a political and human rights activist. Since 2016, I've been living in London, UK. Currently, I work for UNICEF UK as a policy advisor, covering a range of children's health issues from air pollution to immunization. For the Y7 Summit, I'm covering the education and jobs policy track. And what I'm looking forward to most is hearing about the other 3 tracks and finalizing a communique for the G7 leaders. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Mojan Zivapur. I'm one of the delegates and the communications coordinator for the Canadian delegation. I'm a dual citizen. I was born in Tehran, Iran, and we moved to Canada when I was 3 years old, and I now live in the Greater Toronto area. I work for the Institute for Canadian Citizenship as a national program officer, and we work on matters of inclusion, diversity, and active citizenship. If I could have dinner with anyone in the world, dead or alive, I think I'd choose Anthony Bourdain. 2 of my hobbies outside of work are traveling and trying out new cuisines from different countries, and I think we'd have a lot in common, so I would have loved to have dinner with him. And the thing I'm most looking forward to this year is the collaboration between all the delegations. Obviously this year is very different because of COVID-19 and the effects it's having around the world, but the thing that's remained constant is the collaboration between the teams, and I'm really excited to work together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carla Guillaume. I am a Haitian Canadian living in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. If I could have dinner with anyone, it would definitely be Amal Clooney. I simply have deep respect for her professional achievements, but also for what she stands for in her personal life. During the day, I am a Smart Vehicle Project Coordinator for a research and innovation consortium where I also do government relations and lobbying to provide Canadians with greener mobility solutions. In terms of my area of expertise, well, my academic background is in public policy. I am passionate about understanding the institutional, social, and economic repercussions of the technological and data revolution that we are currently living. I am also focusing on the policy challenges and opportunities of using new technologies to make our communities safer and more sustainable. As a Y7 delegate, my objective is to engage with other bright leaders from other G7 countries and make sure that we bridge the gap between governments and young people. I think we should come up with forward-thinking and practical policy recommendations that address issues that can really shape our future.
My name is Raul Palin, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm currently a master's student at King's College London, focusing on international affairs and global cybersecurity, with a lens of sustainable development and inclusivity. If I could have dinner with anyone, it would be former Minister of Foreign Affairs and current Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, so I could find out how to navigate the tricky path between national priority and compromise on the global stage. The one thing that I look forward to most at the Y7 is promoting youth voices and communicating to G7 leaders that we value a multilateral path forward and that we wish to see the systems and institutions that we have in place today protected and supported. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Carolina. I come from the Czech Republic, but at Y7 Summit I represent the European Union. I live and study in Paris, but for the confinement I moved back to Prague. So that's also a reason why I ended my internship at UNESCO, and now I'm opting to get a new one at WHO, as my area of expertise is actually health. And I'm also interested in education, culture, and youth engagement in general. My favorite book is Quo Vadis by Henryk Sienkiewicz, and I'm looking forward the most at Y7 Summit to learn others opinions from different countries, to make compromises between us, but also, of course, to push forward my and European priorities on global agenda.
Hello, my name is Enrico Nano, and I am from Turin, Torino, Italy. I should be living in Geneva, Switzerland, but I am now spending my quarantine in a small town in the countryside near Rome. My favorite book is Martin Eden, a book about beauty, be that meant as aesthetic or spiritual, blended with politics and deep considerations about social classes. I am a PhD student in development economics at the Graduate Institute in Geneva, and I also have been doing some consultancies for different international organizations. Under the large umbrella of development economics, my interests are in trade, education, and labor economics, with a specific focus on impact evaluation. And at the Y7 Summit, I look forward to meet other engaged and inspiring youth delegates, and I hope we can have an impact all together with our recommendations on global policymaking.
Hi everyone, my name is Adel. I am the EU delegate for peace and security at the Y7 Summit. I am based in Brussels. I come from Belgium. My favorite book is called Karamazov Brothers. It's a good book from the Russian novelist Dostoevsky. My full-time job is that I am a student. I study human rights and democracy in the MENA. And my area of expertise is on human rights and democracy in the Middle East, and I have a special focus on Lebanon and Morocco. What I expect to get from this experience is to meet fellow delegates and be able to discuss innovative solutions for the crisis that our societies are currently going through.
Hi, my name is Magdalena Jacyna and I'm part of the EU delegation to the Y7 2020 Summit. I originally come from Warsaw, Poland. However, for my studies I moved to the Netherlands and later to Canada. Also, I lived for a while in the United States in Washington, D.C. I am currently back to Warsaw, where I'm working as a trainee in a law firm. In my daily job, I'm focusing on criminal law cases, including human rights issues. With regard to the Y7 2020 Summit, I'm part of the energy group, hence with my peers, I'm working on challenges such as renewable energy sources, energy security, and making sure we are all on the same page with regard to the Paris Agreement. What I'm definitely looking the most when it comes to the Y7 2020 Summit is engaging with other delegates into discussions and exchanging our opinions on the policies we're prepared. I am very much looking forward to seeing you all in June.
Hi, my name is Theo Bernini, I'm from France, and I'm very excited to be the French head delegate for the 2020 Y7 Summit. I'm about to complete a master's degree in public and international affairs, and I am currently working as an intern at the French MFA. To be honest, I am very much into Russian literature, but for the purpose of the Y7, I can't but choose a French author, and my heart will go to The Stranger from Albert Camus. For the Y7 Summit, I am looking forward to deliver an ambitious statement. We are actually living an historical moment, and at the same time, the crisis is a unique opportunity to reshape world order and global governance. It is our responsibility as the next generation to dream, to think, and to build together the world of tomorrow. This may not be our finest hour, but I am sure we will be able to make the finest decision. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Audrey Fontaine from the French delegation to the Y7 2020. Originally from Réunion Island, I am currently working as a senior psychiatry resident in Paris in France, and I serve as the chair of the Junior Doctors Network of the World Medical Association. Leveraging on my academic and non-profit experiences, I would say that my area of expertise is global health. But being interested in global health means being interested in the world, generally speaking. As we can unfortunately experience these days, global health is linked to global economy, trade, connectivity, finances, climate, international diplomacy, and so on. The crisis that we are facing will change our world forever. As a young generation, it is our responsibility to make sure that the decisions that are taken will not jeopardize our future, and to ensure that all voices can be heard equally. I am very much looking forward to the Y7 Summit and having the opportunity to exchange with other passionate young people about the world that we're building for tomorrow.
Bonjour, hello everyone. My name is Khadija El Khalila Ben Ramdan and I'm part of the Y7 French delegation. I live in Paris and I'm a master's student in political science specialized in social policy and social innovation. I'm also a consultant in the public sector and I'm currently working on the modernization of the French social protection system. My favorite book is Out of Your Mind from one of the greatest teachers of philosophy, Alan Watts. The Y7 Summit is a great opportunity and a unique experience, and I'm really looking forward to promote youth rights, voices and concerns, and hopefully have an impact on young people's daily lives and opportunities. Thank you very much. See you very soon. Au revoir.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gassin. I come from Toulouse in France, but I live in Lyon for my studies. My favorite book is The Treaty and Tolerance by Voltaire. I'm a student at EM Lyon Business School, so I'm studying international trade or public affairs. I'm also in charge of an association that promotes the debate in my school. I look forward to the U7 Summit because it's a huge opportunity to make the voice of young people heard and to show the G7 leaders that the young people have a real decision-making power. I also look forward to meet the delegates of other delegations, either virtually or in real life when it will be possible.
Hi, my name is Laura Geismeyer and I'm the head delegate of the German delegation. I live in Erfurt in Eastern Germany, which is where I also study. I'm an undergraduate student of international relations and economics, where I focus on peace and security, as well as development cooperation, with a special emphasis on gender and sustainability issues. If I could have dinner with anyone, with any person, dead or alive, I think I would choose Astrid Lindgren, the Swedish author and writer. As a child, I loved her books, and to be honest, I still do. They taught me to be curious, they taught me to pursue my dreams, and I just wonder how she would comment all the things that are going on in the world right now. What I am looking forward most to for the Y7 Summit is to find sustainable and youth-oriented solutions to the discussed issues, which are as inclusive as possible and which represent the diversity of all youth delegates as well as the youth of all G7 countries as a whole.
Hi, my name is Anne Steuernagel and I'm part of the German Y7 delegation. I live in Berlin, where I currently work on my master's degree in public economics. As part of my studies, I especially focus on taxation, social policy and labor market policy. But I'm also passionate about gender inequalities and eradicating them, as well as about international trade. For my favorite book, I can recommend to you Returning to Rhymes. In it, Eribon brilliantly explains what happened to the left-wing working class in France and by extension in Europe, by telling his own story about his upbringing within it. So now, the only thing left for me to say is I'm looking forward to meeting all the amazing delegates and working together to giving the youth of the G7 countries a strong and decisive voice for change.
Hi, I am Jonas and I am one of the 4 German delegates for the Y7 Summit. I'm currently studying political science And I'm also working as a volunteer for several NGOs like the German Sports Youth and also Amnesty International. My main topics in the Y7 Summit are human rights and also youth participation, and I'm the delegate for the energy sector. I'm really looking forward to take part in the Y7 Summit and to work on the policy proposals we are doing. Thank you.
Hey there, my name is Michael. I'm from Cologne, Germany. One of my favorite books is 21 Lessons for the 21st Century from Yuval Noah Harari. A person I really want to have dinner with is the Dalai Lama. I think he's a very far-sighted person. I'm working as a teacher in my day-to-day job for sports and biology at a gymnasium. My thematic focus or expertise is everything about education and promotion of civic engagement. I'm really much looking forward to the Y7 Summit because I want to elaborate and discuss different topics with views from all over the world. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Boi. I'm from Italy, specifically from the beautiful island of Sardinia, but I'm now living in Rome. I work every single day at Luis University as a consultant dealing with international programs, but I'm also head of my local NGO called Global Action, where we offer the opportunity to young people to discover the world of diplomacy in cooperation with the embassies and the United Nations. If I will have the opportunity to have a dinner with anyone, I will choose David Beasley, who is the executive director of the World Food Programme, and I will enjoy to discuss with him about the match of the right to education with the right to food. That are the two main topics I'm interested about. Concerning the Youth 7 Summit, I'm very much looking forward to being heard as young women representing the youth of our country, but I would also like to exchange points of view concerning maybe common problems with the other delegates from all over the world in order to build together policies that can make this world a better place, not just for us, but also for the future generations.
My name is Sergio Nova. I come from Milan, Italy, and I'm currently studying in Stockholm, where I'm pursuing a master in renewable energy engineering. My favorite book is Narcissus and Goldmoon by Herman Hesse, and if I could have dinner with anyone, I would pick Bill Gates. My expertise is in energy engineering, and this is why I'm the Italian delegate for the track energy. I'm excited to be part of this year Youth 7. I'm looking forward to compare my views with the unique perspective of the other delegates and refine my negotiation skills.
Hi, my name is Nicola Bilotta and I'm from Italy, as probably you have already understood from my accent. I'm currently living in Rome, and if I could have dinner with anyone, I would choose the economist Joseph Stiglitz, but also Trevor Noah would work fine for me. I'm currently working as a researcher at the Italian think tank Istituto Affari Internazionali, and I mainly work on digital economy and international political economy. I'm looking forward to the U7 Summit to discuss worldwide issues with other young people and to try to shape the discussion also at the G7 level.
Hi everybody, I'm Francesca Voce and I'm the delegate for the Peace and Security track of the Italian delegation. I was born and raised in Trieste, a city on the border with Slovenia, and after moving a bit around Europe, I settled in Rome, where I currently live. My lifelong dream is to move to London and to have the possibility to have tea or dinner with Queen Elizabeth II. I'm currently working as consultant at Deloitte Risk Advisory, where I'm dealing mainly with cybersecurity strategies for governments and international organizations. Since the beginning of my university path, I focused on the legal and governance aspects related to cyberspace and on security and defense topics. About the U7 Summit, I'm looking forward to meeting and discussing with the other young delegates on the most relevant topics on the current international agenda.
My name is Takahisa Ogawa. I'm from Japan, Tokyo, and was an orthopedic surgeon in Japan. But now I live in Boston. Last year, I came to Boston to study public health, and my favorite book is Three Kingdoms is a story in ancient China, and three kings in three countries fought against each other, and those kings had a different character and leaderships. Through reading the book, I learned how leader affects the people living in the country and how people felt about their king's leaderships. If I could have a dinner with anyone, it would be Watson and Crick, who found the structure of DNA. They were from different research fields and collaborate together and achieve a great findings, although they were supposed to do other things and research. There's a famous bar in Cambridge where they discuss their interest, and I would like to join their conversation and see how they expand their interaction. Currently, I am taking an online course at school, remotely from my house and doing public health research at the same time. I'm interested in how social network and neighborhood relationships affect everyone's health. I would be happy if I can contribute to improve such healthy network in our society, mitigating the healthcare inequality. I am looking forward to interact with diverse members from all over the world and exchange our cultures and find similarity and solution for the contemporary society, as if Watson and Crick interact with each other to create new perspectives. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Shinri Kamei, and I'm a part of the Japan delegation for Y7 this year. So I am from Tokyo, Japan. That's where all my family lives, but I'm currently studying in Boston, Massachusetts, in the United States. So if I could have dinner with anyone, I think it would be Hiromichi Mizuno, who until very recently was the head of Japan's pension fund. And so I have a tremendous amount of respect for him because of what he did to further investment in environmental, social, and governance standards, and encourage companies to not just try to pursue sort of pure financial returns, but to also really invest in practices that make a difference for society and the world as a whole. So my day job is currently, I am a first-year MBA student at Harvard Business School, and prior to this, I was a management consultant with McKinsey & Company, working in both the US and Japan for clients ranging from health insurance companies to consumer goods companies to digital learning to trucking and really everything that you can imagine. So what I'm probably looking forward to most about the Y7 Summit is the opportunity to learn from other youth across the world who are also passionate about making the world a better place, and I'm really excited for the overall event.
My name is Kanoko Yamagami. I was born and raised in Tokyo, Japan, and I'm currently living in Tokyo. My favorite book is Lean In by Facebook CEO Sheryl Sandberg. I am in my final semester in my undergraduate program at Keio University, and my major is international relations with a focus on the East Asian region. My topics of focus include public diplomacy and nation branding. I am looking forward to making positive changes with all the delegates and learning from each other at the Y7 Summit.
Hi everyone, my name is Shikoh Hirabayashi. I am from Tokyo and I live in Tokyo right now. If I could have dinner with anyone, I would love to have it with Conan O'Brien. He's definitely my favorite comedian out there. And I would really enjoy just exchanging jokes with him. For my day job, I am a youth activist. I am campaigning to increase youth political engagement in Japan. So I've been doing a lot of things, working with politicians related to this. If you want to ask any questions about that, feel free to contact me. So for my focus or expertise, I would say I am very, very involved in senior healthcare policy and education related policy, especially that of Japan. I have been doing interns and have been working with politicians both in the rural and urban areas of Japan. So I would say I can talk a lot about that. Yeah, so for the Y7 Summit, I am very, very looking forward to just meeting all of you from all of the G7 countries and the EU, and just getting to feel these different values that everyone has and just forging these deep and lasting friendships with future young leaders that will impact the world. So nice to meet you all, and I am really looking forward to the summit. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Virginia Stuart-Taylor, and I'm the head of the UK delegation to the G7 Youth Summit this year. I live in London and I work for the UK government on EU negotiations. And I have a background in international diplomacy and foreign policy, especially on European politics. The track I'm going to be working on at the Y7 Summit is peace and security, and the thing I'm most looking forward to is working with my counterparts to find solutions to these challenges across not just cultures and languages, but also borders, since we'll be doing the summit virtually. In terms of something a little bit extra about me personally, I think my favourite novelist would have to be Agatha Christie, not just because I love reading a murder mystery and sort of trying to guess who's done it and how to solve the mystery, but also because I think she was a great role model for female authors at her time and in such an early phase of women's empowerment, so I really admire her as well. I'm looking forward to working with a lot of the other delegates and delegations at the summit, even in a virtual context. I'm still really excited, so looking forward to that.
Hi, my name is James and I'm on the Youth G7 delegation for the UK, and I'm originally from the country, which is where I've escaped back to in lockdown, but I'm living in London normally. My day job is an engineer, and I'm really excited to be able to represent the UK this year under the energy track. This is something that's very close to my day job, and having the opportunity to influence change surrounding the wide adoption of renewable energy and faster transition of sustainable means away from the traditional norms is something that I'm really passionate about. And if I could have dinner with one person, who would it be? On a slightly different note, it would have to be my favourite writer and comedian, Larry David. I just think he's hilarious, and dinner with him wouldn't be a dull moment.
Hi, I'm Zoe, one of this year's UK delegates to the Youth G7. I currently live just outside of London and commute into the city to work at the Ministry of Justice in Canary Wharf. This is part of the UK Civil Service degree apprenticeship programme, in which I study for a full-time economics degree at the University of Kent and also work full-time as a government economist. This year, I will specifically be working as the lead for the education and jobs track. I am really excited to get involved in this and to ensure that across all G7 countries, the youth's voice is being heard to make sure that we are producing impactful policy proposals. Something interesting about me is before I joined the economics degree apprenticeship programme, I studied full-time at a football academy whilst also studying sports science. I look forward to working with all the delegates from the G7 countries.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Abdurrahman and I'm a delegate for the UK for the G7 Youth Summit in 2020. I'm from London and I've lived here all my life. If I was to have dinner with anybody in the world at the moment, it will probably be Stephen Curry, because I'm a huge basketball fan and I think he's one of the greatest shot makers we've ever seen. I'm a management consultant by trade with a specialism in technology, and I studied economics. So I think it will put me in good stead to be part of the team negotiating the global connectivity and trade track. What I'm looking forward to the most about the Y7 Summit is probably building the network with some amazing like-minded people I think it will go a long way for me in my career and my life, and I think I'll be able to represent the views of the UK youth positively.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and I'm the head delegate of the US Y7 delegation. I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I'm a Communications and Engagement Chair of the Behavioral Insights Student Group at the Harvard Kennedy School Center for Public Leadership. I'm passionate about evidence-based designs that drive behavioral change solutions, and I'm committed to addressing challenges relating to poverty, governance, climate change, and gender equality around the world. I'm specifically interested in these applications to social change, innovation, and development. If I could have dinner with anyone, it would be Oliver Sacks. And in this summit, I'm looking forward to engaging in international dialogue and collaborating with other delegates from diverse backgrounds to address global issues.
Hi, my name is Dai Wei Zhang, but I also go by Diane. I was born and raised in Taipei, Taiwan, before immigrating to Los Angeles, where I majored in political science and French at UCLA, and spent a year in Sciences Po Paris and the University of Geneva. After graduation, I worked at the UCLA Berkeley Center for International Relations as its program manager, and then at the George Washington University Elliott School of International Affairs in Washington, D.C., where I currently help coordinate the school-wide research program, Faculty Administration. Beyond work, I'm a graduate student in data science and write articles as an Asia-Pacific Fellow for Young Professionals in Foreign Policy. I'm excited to serve as the 2020 USA Youth Delegate in charge of energy and look forward to publicizing the final communique with my fellow delegates. See you all virtually at the Y7 Summit.
Hi everyone, my name is Giovanni Bruna and I am the USA Delegate on the Education and Jobs track at the Y7 Summit 2020. I live in New York City where I work as a Program Associate at the Sustainable Development Solutions Network led by Professor Jeffrey Sachs. The SDSN is a global initiative for the United Nations focused on mobilizing both academic and scientific expertise to achieve the 2030 Agenda, which includes the 17 SDGs. I obtained my master's degree in global governance with a concentration in human security and globalization. Professionally and academically, Latin America and the Caribbean has always been a regional focus. I look forward to working and negotiating with colleagues from the G7 countries to present policy recommendations that could lead to a more democratic, just, prosperous, and sustainable future for all.
Hi, I'm Josh Goldstein from New York. I'm excited to represent the US this year on the Peace and Security track of the Y7 Summit. Right now I live in England, where I'm working on a PhD in international relations at Oxford. I'm focused mostly on political psychology and security studies, and my dissertation is on influence operations. At the Y7 Summit this year, I'm looking forward to representing US youth voices on non-traditional security issues, like disinformation, climate change, and global health crises. My favorite book right now is The Education of an Idealist by Samantha Power.